Hello friends, welcome back in VMware Cloud Foundation Deep Dive Webinar Series, Part 11, where we'll be talking about the VMware Cloud Foundation Lifecycle Management. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my channel with your friends. If you have any query related to this webinar, you can feel free us to write back on nextgencf@gmail.com. Well, today we are on Part 11. And what are the key topics we are going to cover in this webinar? What is VMware Cloud Foundation? Lifecycle management. We'll understand what lifecycle management is, what is the lifecycle architecture, and the components of lifecycle management, and the VCF component upgradation order. We'll be talking about how we do the upgrade, what should be the sequence of upgrading the VMware Cloud Foundation component. Then VMware Cloud Foundation bundle types. We'll be talking about different types of bundle and the download options, how we are going to download the bundles, upgrade prerequisites, and the upgrade pre-checks. When we say pre-check, what all things we need to be considered and what all things we need to be take care before we are starting the upgrade from the readiness perspective, and like what all components we need to perform the upgradation, then upgrading the VMware Cloud Foundation different components. All right. So let's understand what is the lifecycle management, the VCF lifecycle management. Okay. So if we compare a traditional SDDC environment, when I say traditional SDDC environment, you have built an SDDC, but that is not kind of a automated through VCF environment. So all the components like your that would have ESXi, that would have vSAN, that would have NSX, or maybe that would have another VLI-Shoot lifecycle management component. So for all these components, you have to perform the manual migration. When I say the manual migration, the manual upgradation allows you to upgrade the components individually. When I say individually, like first you will upgrade NSX individually, vSAN, vCenter, ESXi, all component manually, one by one. And also sometime you will get the compatibility issues. But the lifecycle manager, the VMware Cloud Foundation Lifecycle Manager made your life easy. First of all, the VCF, which is automatically deploying all of the components, that's make easy for your day zero deployment of software-defined data center. But when we talk for the rest of the component, whether in my management domain or in the workload domain, you want to upgrade, the upgradation is possible very easily by the lifecycle manager, because the upgrade and patching process is completely automated now by your SDDC manager. And inside your SDDC manager, a utility or inbuilt feature is the lifecycle manager. So what this lifecycle manager is doing for you, it is just giving the update notification, any kind of new update bundle available, then it's giving the update notification, review all the updates. You can schedule the updates immediately on a particular time period for each of the component, whether it is your management domain or any kind of workload domain. However, you can do the parallel upgrades also for the multiple workload domains. So there's a lot of flexibilities being provided by the SDDC Manager lifecycle. In SDDC Manager, this lifecycle manager, it's not only for SDDC Manager, it's going to upgrade your entire VMware Cloud Foundation stack. Okay. And yes, monitoring and reporting is again inbuilt feature within your SDDC Manager, that you are capturing the details and you are capturing the logs, which of the components being upgraded, and if there is some problem occurs in between, then you can easily trace that problem and you can raise case with VMware, or maybe you would be able to troubleshoot yourself as well. So that's how the lifecycle manager for VCF makes your life easier for the kind of performing any kind of upgrade or patching activity into the VMware Cloud Foundation environment. Moving ahead, when we see the lifecycle architecture, it means is, first of all, the any kind of patch, any kind of upgrade, any kind of bundle, you have to put into SDDC manager, and your SDDC manager should talk with the with the depot.vmware.com through the internet, or if in case like you want to configure proxy, you can configure proxy. Or the customer who don't want to expose the SDDC manager directly to the internet service, then VMware give the flexibility to download and install the bundle transfer utility, any of the VM that's coordinating with the internet and the outsider world directly. And then further you can copy these contents to the VM which is offline, and this offline VM should talk to your SDDC manager. So end of the day, you are putting bundle transfer utility in your environment. You are putting the BTU in SDDC manager, and the bundle you are downloading from the internet, you are pushing inside the SDDC manager. Then the notification updates, where we see like what all available bundles are available, which of the component, then download all the updates into SDDC manager database, then plan a schedule update for all your management domain component and for your VI workload domain component. When we say the upgradation typically will start from management first, then it will move ahead. You can move ahead with the workload domains. Okay, so when we see the architecture like SDDC manager, so SDDC manager purely the component of your management domain only. SDDC manager perform its own lifecycle management itself through the again lifecycle manager features available into SDDC manager. Again, it will be taking care of the entire SDDC stack itself. Do we need to upgrade SDDC manager for workload domain? That's not a applicable case. NSX local manager, SDDC manager will upgrade all the NSX manager for your management domain and also for your workload domain. NSX agents could be separate agents. Again, the SDDC manager lifecycle manager will be taking care of upgradation all of the NSX component that is resided in your management domain, or the component are resided into your VI workload domain. The NSX global manager, if you have in your environment kind of the multi VMware Cloud Foundation environment you have deployed, and you have configured the NSX federation across the site, then the global manager don't have any integration with your SDDC, VCF SDDC stack altogether while we are going to perform any kind of LCM activity. So the LCM activity, especially for NSX Global Manager, you have to perform manually by accessing the NSX Global Manager console. Again, for vCenter, all the vCenters part of your NSX manager, or the part of your management domain, or the part of your workload domain will be taken care by SDDC manager. Same way your ESXi, all the available physical ESXi host could be upgraded through SDDC manager lifecycle manager, or you can use custom image which are supported. However, the custom image you have to upload in SDDC manager back, can make with the vendors, any providers kind of HP, Dell, Lenovo, Intel, or any of the hardware provider you are using, you have to upload into SDDC manager, then you can upgrade. Again, the entire ESXi upgradation, whether it's a part of management domain or it's a part of workload domain, is taken care by your SDDC manager itself. Then VMware ARIA shoot lifecycle. When we say VMware ARIA shoot lifecycle or vRealize shoot lifecycle, the upgradation, because the ARIA shoot is only built with your management domain, all the ARIA shoot lifecycle appliances is called deploy only in management domain, then it's part of management domain upgrade only. That's not applicable for the VI, any kind of VI workload domain. On the top of ARIA shoot lifecycle manager, if you have another component like I would say the vRealize automation or ARIA automation, ARIA operations for monitoring, ARIA operations for log, that all component will be taken care by separately with your ARIA shoot lifecycle. That's not part of the bundle stack with the VCF SDDC manager lifecycle manager. That's available into the VMware Cloud Foundation SDDC manager. So I'm repeating my word. Any components related to the after the ARIA shoot lifecycle, kind of the ARIA automation, ARIA operations for monitoring, ARIA operations for log insights, that all being taken care by the ARIA Suite Lifecycle Manager in a separate console, not through the SDDC Manager console where you have the inbuilt LCM utility. Hope it's clear for you. Moving ahead, the upgradation order, how we'll go with the upgradation order, like in management domain. Inside the management domain, first of all, you need to upgrade your SDDC manager. Then the configuration drift, like keep the readiness and the changes with the new upgraded version for your NSX vCenter ESXi. Then ARIA Suite Lifecycle Manager and the other ARIA Suite products with the ARIA Suite Lifecycle Manager. Okay. So the important thing, like this is optional. Why we have written is optional. If you have deployed the ARIA Suite Lifecycle Manager in your environment, then only you have to upgrade. Else you can skip. Skip means is doesn't mean to skip like you are skipping something here. Skip means is if you don't have this, then you don't require to upgrade the ARIA Suite Lifecycle Manager, and rest belongs to components with the help of ARIA Suite Lifecycle Manager. Then the next component is NSX vCenter, and like if you have the kind of VxRail environment or related to ESXi, you have to upgrade that. And if you have the traditional vSAN ready node, you just upgrade with the again SDDC Manager LCM or the custom image that you have to post SDDC Manager. Then vSAN witness appliances, if you are using a stretch cluster environment, the multi-site deployment of the stretch cluster, then vSAN partition table. You have to upgrade locally, go to individual cluster and just update the vSAN partition table. Again, if you move the workload domain, in workload domain, first you have to upgrade the NSX, vCenter, your VxRail manager and ESXi if you are using VxRail in the environment. If you're not using, then you have to upgrade vSAN ready node only, the witness appliance and the partition, vSAN partition table again. Okay, again, the important note here, if you have deployed the VMware Cloud Foundation with NSX federated environment, so the global managers, where the global managers you have to upgrade kind of by just by logging in locally into the global manager. But in this case, I would recommend you to go through with the NSX release notes, where you will find the how we'll upgrade the NSX environment in NSX federated environment. What is the way and what is the process? Okay, so it's matter like version to version, which of the version you are following up to upgrade the global manager and the local manager. However, the local manager upgradation will be further taken care by your SDDC manager, by your SDDC manager. All my local managers will be upgraded by your SDDC manager only. Okay. But yeah, it's mandatory if you are doing the global managers upgrade, the version compatibility, the version should be match with your local manager and global manager. If you will not do in that case, maybe your disconnectivity will happen between global managers and the local managers inside your VCF stack. So when we say the VMware Cloud Foundation bundle types, bundles, the types of bundle you are upgrading, like the primary thing is upgrade bundle. The upgrade bundle primary use for kind of minor upgrade. When I say minor upgrade, for example, you are 4.2, you want to upgrade the kind of 4.3 or kind of that, or maybe 4.5, right? 4.5, the version which is the major version is 4 here, according to that you are. And the major upgrade, when we say major upgrade, like you are moving from 4.x to 5.x, any version, like it's matter as per your compatibility from which version to which version you can go. The VMware Cloud Foundation also support skip level of upgrade. When we say the skip level of upgrade, like for an example, like 4.3 to 5.0, it means that you are skipping the in-between versions. So automatically within SDDC Manager, when you will start to upgrading the VCF environment, and you just select your desired version, then it will show the compatibility like with the target version with the source version. Then next type of bundles are configuration drift bundle. In configuration drift bundle applies configuration change across the management components detect and remedy prevent the configuration drift. Like for example, the SDDC manager being updated for the 5.0 version, then with the SDDC manager your rest of the components should be ready to adopt the 5.x. As per the VCF 5.x BOM, it should be ready, so the configuration should be pushed through SDDC manager by the configuration drift bundle. Then next is install bundle. Install bundle primarily used for while we are deploying post deployment of management domain, while you are deploying any kind of VI workload domain. So each VI workload domain will deploy your vCenter server and the NSX altogether. So every time you are deploying the VI workload domain, you require the installation bundle. So at least one time you have to download the installation bundle in your SDDC manager before provisioning the VI workload domain. Beside this, if you want to install the ARIA Shoot Lifecycle Manager or vRealize Shoot Lifecycle Manager first time, then the installation bundle is required. That should be downloaded inside the SDDC manager itself. The next type of bundles are async patch tools. The async patch tools are the minor tool, like typically you have heard about VMware Security Advisor, sometime a critical patch being published by the VMware, and that immediately you have to push in your NSX manager, maybe in your vCenter server or maybe your ESXi. So what you have to do, you have to download the async patch tool or async patch tool in your SDDC manager, and on the basis of that you have to download the async patch, the what is the critical patch being uh, published by the VMware, and by using this async patch tool, that async patch bundle have actually that patch available, then you can push inside your ESXi vCenter server or NSX. Okay, so you must upgrade bundle first on management domain. That's what we have discussed in the previous slide. Always the management domain will be upgraded first, then your rest of the workload domain can be upgraded first. However, within the workload domain, you can perform kind of number of options are available there. You can perform the parallel upgrade of the multiple clusters within your workload domain. Okay, so the bundle options, that's the important thing, like from where I should grab the bundle. Okay, the first thing in repository, you in the SDDC manager repository, you will see the available bundles, and these bundles could be downloaded from the VMware depot. And if in case you are using Dell EMC VxRail, then your SDDC managers along with the VMware depot, your SDDC manager should be registered with the depot.vmware.com, so that you can pick all the download bundles from the VMware depot, and also with the VxRail, the Dell depot. Okay, when we say Dell depot, where it will be downloading all the patch if you are using the Dell EMC VxRail as an underlying hypervisor or underlying HCI platform. So under the repository, we would be able to see all the available bundles, the current downloaded bundles, history, bundle history, or the available bundles for the next version. When we say offline, where some of the customers like don't want to access the SDDC manager because it's a critical component of your VCF, don't want to expose the SDDC manager internet directly. So in that case, you have to use the bundle transfer utility. The bundle transfer utility, typically you have to download inside any Windows operating system or the Linux operating system that's directly talking to internet. Then you just download the BTU, bundle transfer utility, and with the help of bundle transfer utility, you have to download all the related bundles, the version you want to patch and upgrade, that all. And further, you have to copy all these details into the VM that's not directly connected to internet, and through that VM you have to push all the SDDC kind of the bundle transfer utility first, then bundle transfer utility, and rest of the patches, rest of the upgrade bundles in your SDDC manager. So this entire process where SDDC manager will not be exposed to the internet, and you will be getting all the available bundles in SDDC manager, whether it is your installation bundle, upgradation bundle, any patch or any async patch tool bundle. So this is the another way. So if you'll go for wherever the online is pretty straightforward, like in the SDDC manager itself, you will be seeing all the available bundles. But in offline, you have to follow the numerous steps and you have to be a little bit careful. So this is the high level step. What we need to do is download the most recent bundle of bundle transfer utility in a computer which have the internet access. Then extract the LCM tool over there. Then copy the bundle transfer utility. Like for example, this is my, again I'm repeating the same thing here. This is my computer, one of the Windows machine which have the internet connection. Here is one more machine which is offline from the internet, but yes, it is talking to my internet facing machine. Then there is SDDC Manager. Okay, so this whole process we have to follow in that way. Then copy the bundle transfer utility from here to here, then your SDDC Manager finally. Okay, then upload the BTU, download the compatibility data, download all your markup file, all your bundle files, and you have to just keep on doing the same process. The server have internet, then here, then here. In between, you have to follow the multiple steps. The detailed steps are available in the VMware release notes where primarily you will be seeing the lifecycle manager guide for the VMware Cloud Foundation. We will immediately walk through with that. I'll be showing you how to do that. Then kind of upgrading the SDDC manager. What is the sequence like before you are upgrading the, SDDC manager? Yes, the primary and most thing is the SDDC manager the SDDC manager should have the available installation or available upgrade bundles as per the compatibility matrix you are going to upgrade with the version, and the latest successful backup of your SDDC manager to SFTP server. Then further, there should not be any running live uh, kind of operations in your SDDC manager. Probably you are making some workload domain. Any live workflow at all should not be there. Okay. And you will be performing the upgrade pre-check, wherein SDDC manager upgrade pre-check, it will be back and it will be checking all of your kind of the NSX, the ESXiOS, the vCenter, all are working fine. They are properly communicating with the SDDC manager. So once you will upgrade the SDDC manager, then further you can go ahead with the SDDC manager configuration drift. But again, just for following up the upgrading the SDDC manager configuration drift, again you should have the in sequence you will be upgrading that. And what you have to do is, again, you just ensure all the ESXi host down in a healthy state, because where you can go through with the KB article, if you have some failed error detective host state, it will not perform the configuration drift. So all my hosts should be in the healthy state. Ensure the last snapshot being taken, last successful backup will be taken. Okay, if any disconnected or non-responded mode will be finding during the configuration drift, then it will show you the complete with the failure. Okay, so in that case, you have to again retry and just fix the issue first, and go through and just have a walk with this KB article. If there is any problem, how will do that? An SSH authentication error may occur if a SSH service is not running during the ESXi host configuration drift configuration drift upgradation through SDDC manager. So keep in mind, while we are in the configuration drift upgradation phase of SDDC manager, the SSH service should be running at that point of time, but later on you can disable that service. Okay. All right. So upgrading the ARIA shoot lifecycle manager, or when we refer as like the legacy version, we are referring as Virilize shoot lifecycle manager. Again, the Virilize shoot lifecycle manager or ARIA LCM will be upgraded from your SDDC manager, and then further go ahead and as per the interoperability metrics. When we say interoperability metrics, like which of the latest version of ARIA shoot lifecycle manager is supported with your SDDC stack. When I say the SDDC stack, in the let us suppose I am upgrading my software defined data center, my VCF environment in 5.0. So which all the versions are available in that BOM? According to that, we have to upgrade the ARIA shoot lifecycle. So when this ARIA shoot lifecycle will be upgraded to the desired version that is compatible with all the components like NSX, VMware, ESXi, Then further you can go ahead and you start it with your rest of the component like login site, ARIA automation, ARIA operations, and all other. But the important thing here is like once I have upgraded the ARIA Shoot Lifecycle Manager, just after the ARIA Shoot Lifecycle Manager, best practice say upgrade the workspace one access, because workspace one access primarily used for accessing all the component, all the rest of the component like of your login site, ARIA automations or ARIA operations. But this important thing, the sequence would be if you are upgrading first the ARIA Shoot Lifecycle Manager. Once you are upgrading the ARIA Shoot Lifecycle Manager, just after this, you have to upgrade the workspace one access. Then later on, it's your choice. Out of these three, you can pick any of one, or you can do it parallelly as well. Does not matter for that. Okay. But while you are doing the workspace one access, and if you are accessing your environment with the help of authentication of VMware Workspace one access, that point of time, the best practice say just inform to users are accessing worldly or ARIA automation or ARIA operations. They should not access the environment. Sometimes they will get the authentication failure issue just because of that point of time the workspace one access in the upgradation phase, right? So let's talk about the next component is your NSX. NSX just upgrade all the components, upgrade coordinator, agent clusters, host cluster, and the manager cluster. Okay. So yes, you can do it just after downloading the bundles. The bundle definitely should be available, and from the prerequisite perspective, the last successful backup again for your NSX manager should be available with the SFTP server. Should be available with the SFTP servers. The last successful backup should be there. Okay. Yeah, the next component is the like when we talk about the federation environment in the NSX federation, like as we discussed earlier, if you are planning something from VCF 4.5 to 5.0, then how it will do, like first like upgrade the standby global manager, then active global manager from this version to this version. Okay. And yes, upgrade your upgrade your local manager with the help of SDDC manager with the respective target version, and then again manually upgrade your global manager. So here is the process is a bit tricky. We have to taken care the compatibility, how the global manager and the local manager are compatible with each other. So according to that, we have to upgrade the global manager and the local manager. However, the global manager you have to upgrade kind of individually just by logging into the NSX console of global manager. Okay, if you are planning this is how you can go through the way. And yes, this is the important guide where you can find like the kind of federated environment and how we be upgrading the environment where we have the multi-instance and as VCF, and those are tied up with the federation environment. Okay. So this is the important thing. This is the important KB article. You can go through and you can see the compatibility. Upgrading the vCenter. So vCenter is pretty straightforward process. Just download the vCenter bundle and take the last configuration backup of your vCenter and performing the upgrade. Okay. All right. So yeah, important thing is after you just last successful backup, don't make any much change so that the last state should be in the saved state. Okay. Upgrading ESXi host, validate ESXi password is valid, download the bundle, install. Okay. Then like as I say, upgrade types, there's different way. The native SDDC Manager console, custom image, is the most used method. You have to make a custom image like just putting all vendor add-ons, hardware and firmware drivers, then just push into your SDDC Manager and yes, using that SDDC manager, then the bundle should be available into SDDC manager console download history. Then you can go ahead and further is stock image. Stock image, the native image or SDDC manager along with the async patch tool. If you have some additional vendor add-ons tool with this particular image, you can merge again and you can this all task you have to do within the SDDC manager itself. Okay, all your stock image, that's the default image, and async patch tool in SDDC manager you are merging and you are making the compatible image. Okay, Wherever, just want to add on few more things here. If you are using kind of Dell EMC VxRail environment, so with the VxRail environment, you don't need to be worried about it. Only you have to download the VxRail bundle from the Dell Depot. There it will have all hardware and firmware and all your hypervisor upgrade all together. Okay, so that is pretty straightforward process again. Well, yes, this is what we have just discussed, and the important thing is, once you will upgrade all ESXi, upgrade the vSAN disk format and upgrade the VDS version. Okay, and yes, the main thing is here is what we have missed here is the vSAN witness. So when we say the vSAN witness, the vSAN witness should be upgraded. It's a pretty much straightforward way how you will do the vSAN witness upgrade. The vSAN witness upgrade is pretty straightforward. vSAN witness upgrade only in case of only in case of you are using the stretch cluster. So what we need to do with the vSAN witness appliance upgrade that you can perform after upgrading your ESXi nodes in the stretch cluster environment. Simply you have to download the respective vSAN witness appliance ISO. Just mount that ISO into the just create a update baseline in your VLCM and just put your host into maintenance mode. I witness host into maintenance mode and just upgrade with the help of upgrade baseline or kind of the baseline you have created into vCenter server. It's pretty straightforward process. Simply you will following the traditional process or upgrading your ESXi host. So the witness component, the witness node is not something you can upgrade through SDDC Manager. You have to follow the simple and straightforward way. Just you do kind of ESXi upgrade, okay, through your vCenter server. Okay, so when we say custom image of ESXi, if you want to create, what all step you have to follow creating the custom image before you are pushing that. So yes, creating a temporary cluster, just select an host, export the ISO, add all the vendors driver in that ISO, export that, and yes, kind of into the image service, export that image, and yes, then further you can import back and you can use that image to push into the SDDC Manager. Okay, so sometime you will get the host maintenance issue just because of some VMs are tightly integrated. Just by using affinity rule, the VMs are pinned that together. Okay, so in that case what you have to do is like the host are not going maintenance mode just because of the pinned VMs. So you have to go in your SDDC Manager application properties file and just add those parameters and restart your LCM service. Okay, that's how you can, or sometime you need to perform kind of skip level of upgrade. When we say skip level of upgrade, during the time your ESXi have some hardware challenges, and inside the hardware challenge you can skip that particular host for the time being. Again, in your application properties you have to make some kind of some changes. Okay, and yeah, then according to that you can skip the particular host during the upgrade, so that it could not stop the next upcoming host from the upgradation perspective. Okay, all right, this is the vSAN witness that we talked about. Download ESXi bill of material. As per your bill of material, follow the standard process of upgrading the ESXi by using the vSphere Update Manager. When I say upgrading ESXi, it's moreover same like the mini version for the witness appliance kind of ESXi host only. Okay, upgrade the Tanzu cluster where you have workload management, where you have deployed the Tanzu environment. You can go ahead and you can straightforward, again, not say problem, but only the thing you have to check as per compatibility metric, the running Kubernetes version inside the Tanzu environment you have deployed in VCF. If, for example, you are planning for to move on 5.0, but but the current version of Tanzu Kubernetes grid is not supported with that. Okay, so first of all, what you have to do, the person who are managing this, first of all, upgrade your Kubernetes environment to the supported version, then go ahead and you can start for upgrading your vCenter server. So that's an important thing. Cluster which have the Tanzu Kubernetes environment. As per the Tanzu Kubernetes environment, we have to check the compatibility matrix with your vCenter, with your NSX, with your ESXi. So that version is not matching with the next upgraded version that you are planning for. So first of all, upgrade your Kubernetes cluster. That should support the next architecture. Then go ahead and further do the kind of upgradation for that environment. Okay, so here is a quick recap what we have uh, covered under this in this webinar module: the lifecycle manager, the architecture, how the management looks like, the order, bundle types we talked about, download option, prerequisites for each the component, upgrade pre-check. Every time you have to perform upgrade pre-check for each of the component. If upgrade pre-check got failure, then you have to plan to troubleshoot or remediate how we can do that. And the sequence, okay? The sequence, again, very important thing. While you are doing the, first of all, you have to do management domain. Under management domain, SDDC Manager, ARIA shoot lifecycle as optional, NSX, vCenter server, your ESXi host, if in case you have stretch cluster, witness appliance, then vSAN file table. After that, you can upgrade your VDS from the upgraded version. And next, you have to go in workload domain. Under the workload domain, you just upgrade your NSX, you upgrade your vCenter server, okay, and then further you can upgrade your ESXi. Again, if you have a stretch cluster, the vSAN witness, then vSAN file table, then VDS. Okay, that's how you have to follow. That's we have covered multiple times. Okay, well, the important thing before we go in the last slide here, let me just come out from this slide. So the important thing here is just go on the VMware Cloud Foundation page and just check for VCF release notes. Under the VCF release notes, you will find a guide that we call as VMware Cloud Foundation Lifecycle Manager. Okay, so it's a lot of documents under the release note section, the VMware Cloud Foundation Lifecycle Management. For the detailed study how it works, because the webinar is just to give you an overview of the overall technology and how it works, what is the deployment, what is the upgradation process for all the components. For the deeper dive, I would recommend you guys just went through with all these guides and see the kind of the insights whenever you are doing kind of offline upgrade, what all the steps you have to do, what all prerequisites. So this guide will give you the detailed glimpse before you are planning for upgrading any kind of the VCF environment. Okay, and yes, you can further just to skill up yourself, you can take help of VMware Cloud Foundation uh, available HUL under the VMware HUL category. So inside this HUL, you will find there is lot of modules are available. So which of the HUL you have to find? I will just let you know the name, or you could see here. This is the HUL ID. You can search with the catalog and you can go ahead. Okay. So here in this lab, I want to show you the little bit more detail, like where my bundles would be there and what is how and where I have to kind of put the depot details and all. Okay, so you could see this is the SDDC Manager console. Under the SDDC Manager console, there is a tab of online depot. The very first almost thing what you have to do, if you have the internet connection with your SDDC Manager directly or through proxy setting, if this is through proxy, under the proxy setting you have to give the proxy detail first, so that you can the SDDC Manager should be able to access the internet directly. Okay, here you will give the proxy details and proxy port numbers. Then the next course of action for you is go to online depot. Inside the online depot, you have to register yourself with the VMware account. And if in case this setup is on Dell EMC VxRail, there would be one more account you have to register with the Dell EMC VxRail. So once this account will be registered successfully, then automatically under the repository section, you will be able to see the available download bundles. So where is the repository? Go to Lifecycle Management, expand it. When you expand it, here you will see the bundle management under the, let me just click here. Do you see here any bundle? No. It's the download history. Is there something? No, there is nothing. Okay. So so far, because it's not connected and nobody have just pushed the bundle. So where you could see the latest one where we are and where we can jump upon further. It will show you, a kind of skip level of upgrade as well. Okay, so let me just do a one hands-on lab for you. It's pretty straightforward. Like, you can take the help of actual guide. What we need to do here is, so everything is available within HL guide. So once you will open the HL guide console, inside this, you will be able to see here, these are the contents. If you will toggle here to the contents, under the contents, you will find there is a lab, lifecycle management. There's a 30 minutes lab for beginner. Go ahead, and what you need to do, the all the steps are being shown here. So shown here, log into SDDC Manager, then customer connect, authorize your account, update the repository, see the bundle, pre-check, download, schedule update, and update time, and view the activity, view the update activities. Okay. So we have already logged into SDDC Manager. What you need to do here is, then it is saying you authorize yourself. So for authorizing yourself, what you have to do is go to the depot section. Here is the online depot. Once you'll click in the online depot, it will ask you for the username and password. So just click on authenticate tab and just try to give the username password what is being shown in the lab environment. Okay, so here it is showing you the sam@vcf.sddc.lab. Then go to password, just give the password. So this is available as well. However, if you have some real environment, you can do the same thing in your real environment as well, but don't do directly upgrade. Okay. So now you could see you have successfully connected to the customer connect online depot. If you would have here Dell EMC online depot as well, if in case you have deployed your VCF into the VxRail environment. So your authorization is successful now. Now what you have to do is you have to go to bundle management section. Under the bundle management section, you would be able to see the available number of bundles available there. So now it is showing you. So first of all, what you have to do, this is the VCF next bundle. This is for your SDDC manager. Just click on download now. Once you'll click on download now, then it is asking you for the schedule download. Okay. So as per the lab, like, you may proceed while download the while download and continue. Okay, so here bundle management life cycle. Okay, then download now. This update may take a minute. We have already done. So initialize the bundle downloads is successful, will begin shortly. Shortly means it will take some time, till the time you can just kind of go to task. Maybe probably you can see in the task is something is happening there. Okay, the task have been successful here. For that, now you can go the download history as well. Is there anything? Not so far. Yeah, it's starting now. Okay, so it may take few minutes of time. What you have to do further, once your bundle will be downloaded, and then further you can move from here. You just go your inventory. Inventory, when I say the workload domain and the management domain, which is where it is has been shown. And under that section, you will select the respective component. Then, like, first of all, you have to do SDDC Manager, obviously, and this bundle is available only for SDDC Manager for labs perspective. So all the bundles will similar way you have to download, and you have to kind of run some pre-checks and perform the upgradation. Okay, so this is lab. I have just show you the reference. Probably you can play offline later on your behalf. Of if you have the real environment, that's pretty good. But yeah, not do directly into kind of the real environment you are doing with. For that you have to be take concern with your respective managers, with your customer, how you are going to plan. And I would always recommend to perform any kind of upgrade activity, make a parallel environment, kind of dev environment or the non-prod environment where we refer as infra stage environment as well. Do all kind of patch and upgrade activity first into the infra stage environment, then perform into the real production environment. So you would be pretty much aware the challenges, the roadblock are within your infra stage environment itself. Okay, so I don't want to extend more this demo. So that's what we have covered under this module, and thank you very much for your passion for being with me. And again, my big thanks. So don't forget to like, comments, and share, and subscribe my channel so that you would be getting more exciting videos under the VMware Hybrid Cloud Stack. It's not VCF. We are coming up with many more. So stay tuned with us. Thank you very much for being with us with this webinar.